Welcome to my side of the internet. My name is Mark Anthony, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you 10 essential items you need to nail streetwear as an adult. This is grown-up streetwear. This is over 30 streetwear. Now, this video was inspired by my own journey with trying to look cool, trying to look edgy, trying to look fresh, trying to look hip, but also not trying to look like I'm about to do a TikTok video in the middle of the street. Now, I wanted to source some items that I thought would be classic items to incorporate into your wardrobe, but also will add that edge of streetwear if you want to go for that look. Now, this video was also inspired by Jerry Lorenzo, who is the founder and designer of the brand Fear of God. Fear of God is kind of what I based this video on. He also owns the brand Essentials, which is really popular with the kids. I've seen Essentials all over TikTok. But to me, Jerry Lorenzo is a great example of someone who does streetwear in a very grown-up way. Now, I looked at images of him and also other images that I thought were leaned more on the classic end, but still had that streetwear edge to them. And from those images, I was able to source 10 items that I found to be consistent that I'm going to share with you today. So let's get into it. The first item is going to be a tan coat. Not only is this a great wardrobe staple, it's extremely versatile. Now, I've seen a lot of men's magazines recommend that you start with a navy coat or a black coat if you want to invest. I would say start with a tan one. I think it's less harsh than black and has a little bit more of flexibility than navy. Now, pick a single color that doesn't go with tan. Purple goes with tan, red goes with tan, green goes with tan. Every single color in the color wheel goes with the color tan. That's why I think it's an extremely versatile piece. This one is from All Saints. I picked it up on sale maybe a year or two ago. I will make sure that I'll link similars below. But one of the consistent items that I'm seeing in terms of outerwear is that tan overcoat. Now, next up is going to be an oversized blazer. Now, oversized is really important in streetwear because it really gives you that sort of relaxed feel that streetwear is known for, but also it allows you to layer. So, of course, we know streetwear is all about the sweats, right? So you can't add a hoodie under a super tailored blazer. So you want to get an oversized blazer here. I would say go thrifting for that, like I did. Don't spend a lot of money on it. This one was 100% wool. I picked up in St. Louis. If you watched my thrifting video, you would have seen it. It's tailored at the sleeve. I would say if everything else is oversized, whether it be the shoulders and the waist area, make sure the sleeves are tailored because it's really going to add that clean, classic feel to an oversized blazer. Plus, if you go on the Fear of God website, as I mentioned, this video is partially inspired by that. You will see that a lot of the blazers are super boxy, really big, but the sleeves are tailored to perfection. So that's where you want to invest with your oversized blazer. Tailoring the sleeves, and in my hood, that's about $45. Now, the next item should come as no surprise, and that is going to be your collection of t-shirts. I think this one here is from Macy's. Macy's is a great option for t-shirts. I really love the international concept t-shirts they have, especially the more heathered ones. But I'm not going to spend too much time on this. I feel like I've talked about t-shirts so much. I will say avoid patterns with t-shirts, avoid graphic t-shirts. If you want to go for a more grown-up look, I find graphic tees to be more synonymous with youth. I can get into that in another video. I have not worn graphic t-shirts in like 15 years. But if you want to have that sort of grown-up effect to your streetwear looks, make sure you just do plain t-shirts. You could go for boxier t-shirts if you want a little bit more of an edge, or you can go for one that has utility pockets. That's really popular in streetwear. Make sure they have room in the waist. With streetwear, they don't have to be as fitted on the arm as like a more traditional t-shirt. So you really have a lot more options with tees in this arena. Next is going to be an easy, lightweight bomber. This is another consistent item that I've seen with a lot of the streetwear inspiration photos that I found. With a lightweight bomber, I would say go for a nylon. Go for something just like super versatile. We used to call these flight jackets back in my day. So go for a lightweight nylon one like I picked up this one here from H&M. It has all these zippers and pockets, which makes it even edgier, which, you know, streetwear is all about the edge. So get you a lightweight, easy bomber. If that's something you feel like you're not gonna pull out of your wardrobe a lot, because again, I'm not going to recommend that you get things that you don't want to get. Another alternative here would be a shacket. A shacket would be another great option. Now, I'm going to go for a bomber because a lot of the like fleece style shackets are not really my thing. But if they are your thing, I would add that one as an addendum to the bomb. Next up is going to be a leather blazer. If you watch my 30 Things to Own by 30 video, you would have known that I said a leather blazer is how adults do leather. Now, if you really want to make an impact and again, add that tailoring to your streetwear looks, get you a leather blazer. This one is from Zara. It's I think it was $120. I'll make sure that I link similars below. I always say that Zara does the best faux leather. They really do. It's so soft and buttery. But a leather blazer, I think I popped up a picture of Jerry Lorenzo wearing one with sweatpants. It really adds that cool effect, but also that tailoring that makes it look a little bit more sophisticated as opposed to a leather biker jacket or some sort of alternative leather jacket. So add a leather blazer to really make an impact with your streetwear looks. Next, we're gonna get into sweatpants. And I think heather gray sweatpants are the uniform for streetwear, right? We associate gray sweats with streetwear. They are synonymous, they go together, they are a married couple. What I love about gray sweats too is not only are they extremely understated, they're also very buildable. So you can add color to them, you can add different textures to them, you can add tailoring over top of them. As I mentioned, they are, to me, the standard uniform for streetwear. Another thing that I want to note with heather gray sweats is unlike flat color sweats, they don't get as ashy when you wash and dry them. These here are from H&M, and usually when I wear sweatpants, I like to add some tailoring or some more structured pieces over top of them. To me, it looks less sloppy, and that's what's gonna make this the grown-up version of streetwear. You know, add that overcoat to it, or add a tailored button-up over a sweatshirt, or add that leather blazer. That's what's really gonna elevate your gray sweats so you don't look like you, I don't know, just got out of bed. The next item is gonna be an edgy black boot. These here are from Steve Madden. You know, I'm gonna recommend the Doc Marten Platforms one, right? I think they are, I think they are the perfect option for everyone and every style type. Now, with the edgy boot, you want to make sure that you don't get something that's too classic, like a standard Chelsea boot, because it's not going to have the same streetwear appeal to it. You know, streetwear is all about the grunge and the grit. So if that boot feels grungy and gritty, is that a word? I think gritty is a word. That's going to be the perfect boot for you. Next is going to be your collection of baseball caps. Now, much like the gray sweats, a baseball cap is synonymous with streetwear. I would say get a plain one or one with very minimal branding on it so it has that grown-up appeal. Please don't use your family reunion baseball cap or your work baseball cap or something you got in a promo bag. Really go out there and source some great ones. I would say a leather one is great, a suede one is great, a denim one is great. Please, 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 with the baseball caps, wear them to the front. They do not look cool to the back. I don't care what TLC said. Okay, if you don't know that TLC song, Hat to the Back, that reference probably went over your head. But a hat to the back does not look as cool as you think it does. And it really brings out your jawline if you have one. And if you don't have a jawline, it draws attention to your face. So wear your baseball cap to the front. Next up is going to be the perfect sneaker. Now, I chose this Jordan 1 SE. I think they're called the Coconuts. The reason these are the perfect sneaker for me is because they have all my favorite colors, bright gray, beige, white. They have a very minimal bubblegum sole. So these are the perfect sneaker for me. I always feel weird recommending sneakers because I feel like they're very unique to the individual. So you have to find what that perfect sneaker is for you. Streetwear is all about the kicks, right? Do people still say kicks? I'm pretty sure I've heard kicks recently. People still say kicks. If not, I'm going to bring kicks back. We're bringing kicks back. Streetwear is all about the kicks. So you want to make sure you get that perfect sneaker. So when you put it on, you know it looks dope. Now, if you don't know what that is yet, I'm going to recommend some universal sneakers that I think work with most streetwear looks. And that is going to be the old school Vans, the Nike Dunks, the low top ones in particular, and Converses, right? They're always going to work for most streetwear looks. They are great starter points if you haven't found that perfect one yet. Lastly is going to be a black slack. Not only do I think a casual black slack or tailored black slack is a wardrobe staple, but for streetwear, it's a great alternative for sweatpants. It's a great alternative for denim, right? Those are things that we associate with streetwear. But to look a little bit more grown up, get a tailored slack into the mix, right? I would say go with a tapered one. These ones are from H&M, I believe. They have a drawstring. They are a little bit more relaxed in the thigh area, and then they get a little bit more narrow. The crop at the ankle will really allow you to show that perfect sneaker. Just adding that little bit of tailoring is going to distinguish you from someone who's doing streetwear in a non-grown-up way. So get a black slack and make sure you put that in rotation as you're doing your streetwear looks. Of course, you can pair these with a sweatshirt and tuck it in the front. That will look super cool with a basic sneaker. Add your overcoat on top of that. Add your baseball cap, and you got to look. And that's it. That wraps up my 10 essentials for nailing grown-up streetwear. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you feel inclined. And if there are items that I miss that you think contribute to grown-up streetwear, please add them in the comments. Thank you for watching.